patient to do something, then I don't think it's convincing enough. I'm sorry, but I really believe when I say this. So you have to make it mandatory. If you meet me next time, you've got to meet the dietitian, else you're going to go down the drain. At the moment the doctor says this, trust me, the patient will go running and finding the nephrologist. Thank you, Dr. Akhila. I've just taken the liberty to say this. I'm going to pause.
Our belief is that we don't want them to come to us eventually. So we want to promote transplant. So it's also very difficult for patients to enroll in transplant because they have their own fears, financial burden of success of the transplant, and also from the donor side, because transplant means two people. So how do we finance them, and how do we make sure at least for that 1 year after the transplant they lead the proper life as prescribed by the medical fraternity. So we would also need
filled with many testimonials and case studies and all that. So it's a wonderful thing that they are doing, and I'm sure that this will really help in people to bring about greater awareness and also to see how we can improve the existing systems. And of course, there are many established experts from the field who are there in this panel discussion, and it was indeed a very good discussion, and they were raising very many relevant points, and I didn't interrupt any of one of them, because if I get into a conversation, this program will go on for 2 hours. So I just stayed quiet so that, so I also have got a time limit, I also have to go somewhere else now. So I didn't want to interrupt anybody, so that let them finish whatever they had to say. So many relevant and many important issues have been raised, and which we are also well aware of. Of course, the first issue which was raised by Dr. Sundar and Dr. Arvind also, about the impact of diabetes and hypertension, and this is a well-established fact. So the thing is, the biggest problem is how do we screen them, how do we treat them, how do we get into the preventive. In fact, I think we are launching a very ambitious program, Karnataka government, which will be done on the 24th. And this program is a highly ambitious one that we are doing. And it is, in fact, exactly what you people have said over here, that we will be screening the entire population above 30 years, going door to door, house to house, checking everyone. And we've established certain protocols of how to diagnose whether they have diabetes, whether they have hypertension, and what kind of medication needs to be given. So a lot of process and thought process has gone into it. And on the 24th of this month, we have called the program, this project, Griha Arogya, that is home health. So Chief Minister will be launching it. So that is one part of it, screening it. The second part is already, again, all of you have said, that we screen them, we test them, and then what? We may give them medicines for 15 days, something, and then after that they take, and then they forget about it. Some follow it up, some don't. So now what we have done is we are ensuring to them delivery of the medicines to them, to all the people who are diagnosed across the state. So for hypertension and diabetes, we will be free delivery of medicines either to their households or to the nearest, we have what they need, and they can take it back. Or if they are old, or if they are aged, or if they are, are not able to come, our people ourselves will go there and give it to them at their house. So it is a huge state, and I think as we implement it, we will learn more how to make it more effective. And I think that is the one way forward, I think, that we have devised to see that people are diagnosed and people are treated. So even if we achieve about 60 to 70% of this, I think it will be a tremendous success. Because looking at the figures, we know that like just now you said, nobody gets checked, and even if they get checked, they don't get treated. So that is one of the things that we are going to be doing. So that is one thing. The second thing, of course, is issues concerning, you spoke about transplant and how we can treat them and all those things. Now, as far as treating goes, we have last year we increased the number of dialysis centers to more than, earlier it was 170, now we've got about more than 220 free dialysis centers across the state in all talukas and in all urban areas. So we are giving free dialysis. We've got more than I think close to 850 machines, and we also converted all the machines. Earlier it was multi, now we've all got single-use dialyzers across the state. So that is something that we've done now. So it helps in easier care for the people and less infections. So we've switched over to single-use dialysis. Also, last month we came out with another, we approved, the cabinet approved it, which we had proposed that anyone who is doing charitable work in giving free dialysis to the public, we will give from our side 500 rupees per person per dialysis. So there are many charitable institutions who are doing for people, and to them we will give from our side 500 rupees to help them to run it more efficiently. So, and along with, so to promote it for people who are doing it. More copies, everyone can vote.
Sir, ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್.
To our media friends, a few of the stories that you read over here, we have Nase, and I'm Director of Communication for the Kidney Warrior Foundation. I'm also a caregiver to my husband who had 2 renal transplants. This is the launch of our second book called The Kidney Warrior Edition 2. And this is a very, very special book because it talks about the grassroots problems for the growth of chronic kidney disease in the country. By now you should have known that by 2040, it has been predicted that 1 in 3 people is going to be diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. So this book talks about the need of the hour through the stories of the patients. So I think it's a must-read book, and we can't do this alone. We have to join together in order to create the change that the children and the future citizens of our country deserve. I have Ritu from the west of India who's doing work on prevention. Ritu.
So we are already doing a lot of preventive work as an organization, KWF. So as she already mentioned, this book, we can't be everywhere, right? But this book is very comprehensive. It gives a complete detail of different research work, the diet, and of course stories and information from the doctors. We have real life stories which will give hope to the CKD patients. So this book is all about that. So we are already doing a lot of preventive work, and as she, Mariam mentioned, we need help and support from the media, from everyone to take this forward. Thank you.
So whether the books in the sale in the stalls or what?
Yeah.
Yes, it is available on Amazon.
This book is available on Amazon. So
they can manage their health better. Apart from that, Kidney Warriors Foundation is also giving small financial help to people who are people who are in dire need. Not very rich people, not middle class people, but the very poor people. We help them sometimes for fistula surgery, or for a transplant. We help them for post-transplant. We give some money, 10,000 rupees, and we give 1,200 per month to about 50 patients in a year. This is what we do for financial part. We are also this book that we have brought out is got stories of kidney patients. What happened when they had a kidney failure? Why did they have a kidney failure? Some people were taking diabetes medicine and they were stopping. Some people were not taking their transplant medicines properly. What are the problems they face? When they are pregnant and they have a hypertension, how are they managed? One nice story is there about a person who had a kidney transplant and then she donated a kidney because the doctor managed her treatment properly. There's a lot of gap in information between the doctors and the patients. Patients are not following their doctor's treatments properly. So these are the issues that we find, and we're trying to bring this to the people's knowledge. The most important thing is many people do not know what is kidney disease. So when you read this book, you will know what is kidney disease, why people with chronic kidney disease suffer. They need medicine, they need finance. Without money, people are struggling. Because now government has to take recognize this, and they should give some financial benefits, like rupees 9,000 per month. Andhra Pradesh government is giving to all the patients. So if they do something like that, then it will help them to manage their disease. They will have to buy medicines for 10,000 rupees per month, even after transplant. And on dialysis, they are spending about 30,000 rupees. So all that is there in this book. We are trying to say that we have to help them to manage their disease. If we do not help them to manage the disease, they will suffer. And what is the role of society? Society must see and help. My name is Vasundhara Raghavan. I'm a kidney donor. I'm the CEO of Kidney Warriors Foundation. I'm also the founder of Kidney Warriors Foundation.